Afternoon, guys. Today's Friday, February 23rd, 2018. My name is Sean Patrick Hillman. I'm the CEO of Hill Story Marketing. And this is the Daily Mix TV Special Edition. As you guys know, on the Daily Mix TV, we only do it once a day, and it centers all around marketing and business news. From time to time, though, we will release a special edition if an announcement or a movement in the market warrants it. Well, moments ago, it was announced that General Mills is buying Blue Buffalo for $8 billion in cash. Yep, that's right. The cereal giant is tossing its hat into the nearly $70 billion pet sector by acquiring one of the hottest food and treat brands in the pet space. Now, bear in mind, that $70 billion is total spend on pets, cats, dogs, rabbits, and so on, by pet parents inclusive of vet care, food, toys, etc. Pet food and care remains a major point of growth in the consumer industry. In 2017, consumers spent roughly $20 billion on pet care alone, with $10 billion of that being spent on dog food, according to Nielsen. Now, this deal gives the Betty Crocker owner a path into this very fast-growing pet food category. Sales of their traditional packaged goods or foods have really slowed down. So for Blue Buffalo, though, it gives them a stronger distribution to big box retailers. Last year, the pet food maker only began exploring additional distribution outside of the big box pet space into stores like Target, as an example. Target recently has been making some spend in the pet space in order to become a total solution for every household. Now, the booming business of pet care has attracted investment and M&A activity from traditional consumer companies, including those that want to strengthen their pet business, and those like the General Mills that really want to jump into a massive business sector. So for General Mills, this really does give them an additional revenue stream. It brings them into another space, and it allows them to really solidify their bottom line, especially with a brand like Blue Buffalo. Now, M&M's owner, Mars, they've been building their own pet business for a while. So they have Iams, Pedigree, and Whiskers brands to help compensate for their declining confectionery sales. You know, Mars has had a lot of challenges with health crazes and things like that, where eating chocolate and candy has started to decline, especially around key power periods like Halloween and Valentine's Day and so on. Mars has been hyper aggressive about building this business, including their acquisition last year of animal hospital company VCA Inc. for over $9 billion. Then you got companies like J.M. Smucker, the jam company. They bought Big Heart Pet Brands for roughly $6 billion back in 2015, giving them entrance into the pet space with names like Natural Balance. Now, in the interest of full disclosure, here's the deal. You guys know that my wife Kylie and I co-founded Rock and Rawhide. Rock and Rawhide's entire mission is to increase the level of adoptions of dogs and cats in shelters across the country. Now, you know, I've worked with Blue Buffalo, I've worked with Natural Balance, I've worked with Mars, I've worked with all of these guys. And what I wanted to bring up is, when you're in the pet space, the reality is when you look at a company like General Mills buying Blue Buffalo, which is such a specialty brand, it's interesting that they chose them as an acquisition target. I think it's a brilliant move for General Mills. Blue Buffalo's entire genesis centered around the founder of the company's dog, Blue, who unfortunately passed away from cancer. So he started the Blue Buffalo Cancer Foundation. And the interesting thing is, every year, as you guys can see, this says protect our pets. So Blue Buffalo does a lot of programming to raise money for animal cancer foundations across the country. They have spent so much and donated so much more in promoting cancer awareness. So Blue Buffalo, again, in the interest of full disclosure, Rock and Rawhide's worked with them as I'm the MC for Adopt-A-Palooza, which is the original New York mega pet adoption event. It's also one of the largest in the world. We do it twice a year in May and in September, so we bookend the summer. It's put on by Petco Foundation, the Mayor's Alliance for New York City's Animals. Rock and Rawhide helps to promote that event. Blue Buffalo has sponsored it multiple times. Our local sales guy, Chris, Love him. He's incredible. They do a lot for the community. But every single May is Pet Cancer Awareness Month for Blue Buffalo. And they do promo with Petco like you wouldn't believe. They donate $1 from every bag of food that you purchase, those kinds of things. So that's why I bring up the cancer bracelet, because we're almost at May. This is a cool time in terms of an acquisition announcement by General Mills. And it couldn't be a better period for Blue Buffalo as they head into that all-important May selling season, where they do a lot of volume because of their cancer programming, because of their CSR programming. So congratulations to General Mills. This is a huge acquisition, guys. I am so excited to see what you're going to do with it. My name is Sean Patrick Hillman. I'm the CEO of Hill Story Marketing and the editor-in-chief of the Daily Mix TV. Thank you for watching this special edition. Have a great weekend, guys.